Yo. Sorry, guys. What an absolute shame. Oh, I know why.
This is like our biggest episode.
Yeah. Okay. It should work now. By the way,
Does it
guys,
work?
NFL.
Does it actually work?
I swear, I'm looking at.
Somebody just tell us.
I'm looking at. I'm looking. No, I'm looking at the sliders.
Yeah,
right now.
sounds like it. All right. Pretty much, I was just putting a bow on the NFC West or NFC South rather, being that the Panthers are now out of it. The NFC West still has three teams in it. We'll see what the Cardinals do, but the NFC South, we're throwing a bow on that. Jalen Coker, good game. Bryce Young has some talent. They've got a rookie head coach. In Kellen Moore, they've got a fired head coach in Raheem Morris. Atlanta's going to be looking for a new team. We got Todd Bowles, a former Jet head coach. We'll see what they do there. He fired some of his assistants. And then we got Dave Canales, who seems to be, in my opinion, that number one head coach. And it was a close game. It was kind of a comeback, I guess. I mean, they had the lead for some parts, a couple lead changes towards the end. It was a good start to the playoff. They did win this game earlier in the season. So exciting stuff to see from the Panthers. I don't know. I don't also subscribe to like this whole thing that like, oh, you need a year. Like, look at these, and I know we're gonna get into this, and geez, Louise, Jess is in here and whatever. But like the Bears, right? What's so bad about a 1 year turnaround? What about the Detroit Lions a couple years ago, where it's like, boom, we were bad, now we're good. Now I'm not. Maybe this is wishful thinking for my Jets or whatever. Like you just get a couple guys and they figure it out. Um, but that's kind of what happens. So the Panthers, yes, it was a good season. They just got to hit that top level. Like you, PC was saying, the wide receivers did really good. Rams are going to ram. We'll see what they do. They're going
That'd be
to
a really good game for them.
wherever.
They're coming up next divisional round for sure.
Where are they
But yeah.
going? They're going to Chicago. The Rams.
Yeah, they're going to Chicago. Yeah, so that'll be a really interesting game. Speaking of Chicago, let's talk about the Bears and their insane fourth quarter comeback. Bears win 31-27. Caleb Williams, 361 yards, 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Jordan Love, 4 touchdowns, no picks, 323 yards. Obviously, Green Bay was up huge, up 21 points, coming back. The Bears, light fire at the very end of the end, especially in the fourth quarter. Some really key missed field goals and extra point really kind of cost Green Bay here just a little bit. I know it's a full game, but those kicks do matter, especially an extra point. It was a good win for the Bears. Caleb Williams, all of them showed up. Ben Johnson's a lot of fun. Really turned that team around specifically. Colston Loveland trying to tell you he's the best rookie tight end this year. I don't know. There's a good comparison between him and TJ Warren, but he had 13 carries.
What?
Not TJ. What? Tyler.
Tyler Warren, yeah, sure,
Tyler.
but like I didn't even think those two. What about Harold Fanon of the Browns and Oren Gadsden of the Chargers?
I think Warren's the best one out of them, but
Well, like, are we talking about like how they were drafted and all that? Sure, but like the stats, why Harold Fanon put up? I think he was the number one receiver in the draft class. Harold Fanon had like crazy stats.
and see that's ball knowledge, and I don't know ball all the time. But yeah, I don't know. I thought Warren's really good. Anyways, Loveland had a great game. 8 receptions, 137 yards. DJ Moore had 64 yards and a touchdown. And yeah, it was a really good game overall by the Bears. Good comeback. What are your guys' thoughts and opinions on the Bears and Green Bay's unfortunate collapse at the end of their season?
Someone could just straight up snipe me from this window.
Do you think that you're snipe worthy?
Dude, I really hope not. I don't think so. I hope I'm that least or less. The Bears,
Including or not including?
the Bears had. I mean, that was a good game. I think Green Bay fans are close to jumping off the bridge, not literally, but mentally.
Oh, Warren did lead the class
What
in
changes do Green Bay make next season?
yards. Fannin led in catches.
Because they've been doing the same thing for
No, Warren led in
3
catches. Fannin
years.
led in touchdowns. Loveland in touchdowns.
Loveland's a good player.
Yeah.
And I'm low-key kind of mad the Chiefs...
Cole Kmet fumbled that ball.
Well, when
Well, it
did
was
Loveland get
incomplete or
picked up?
whatever.
Did he get picked up early in the first round?
Yeah, he was like basically right after Warren. He was the Bears' first round.
I mean, he was a good player, so...
No, wasn't he? Was he before Warren?
No. Oh.
No, I think Warren went first. I think the Bears...
I think the Bears picked Loveland first. Yeah, check that. Check that, P4.
Right.
I'm checking.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because the Bears would have had to pick before the Colts, because the Colts were almost...
Face mask!
Loveland was taken at 10. Warren was taken at 14.
Okay. So
Loveland was taken before.
Really good player, obviously.
But they had Kmet, and that's kind of the thing,
no!
right? I mean, right, if you draft Sadiq in the first round as the Chiefs, and Kelsey still plays, there might be some third-round tight end that starts for some bullshitter team, and Sadiq doesn't get 70% snap, and that's what happened with Fannin, is Fannin was starting right off the bat, and you don't get the... See, I don't know. These fucking referees. I don't... Whatever.
He's talking to him. The clock's running!
But you still have situationally, right? If you target shares, all that kind of stuff. Fantasy football, right? You like Henderson, you trade him, and then he blows up. You got Hampton, and he's good, and then he goes on IR, and then he shits the bed for your fantasy team, right? If you're not playing, best abilities, availability, what the situation you're in, all that kind of stuff. Back to the Bears, though. I think Green Bay, very, very fun offense, very fun defense. I think when Parsons comes back, they're going to be... Oh, my God, they go 6 deep. I mean, it's crazy. They even got a motherfucker, Bo Melton, who's one of my favorite players in the NFL. He's Travis Hunter. He's Travis Hunter.
Good.
He plays corner, plays wide receiver, returns kicks, returns punts. And he doesn't get any catches, but when they throw it to him, he's got like 3 catches for 2 touchdowns and like 82 yards.
Oh,
You're
my
like,
gosh.
oh, that's pretty good.
Oh my gosh.
We'll see. Maybe Harbaugh. I don't want to get into that.
No, just
Both
watch the next
Harbaughs.
play.
All right.
Yeah,
Third
we'll
and
see
2.
what happens there in Green Bay. The Bears go and move on
Jeez
to
Louise,
play
no one even
the
blocks.
Look at
Rams.
this.
They have 2 of the best linemen in the NFL on their team,
What are you doing, Hampton?
and they're
Or that's not Hampton. That's
sitting
Vidal.
on IR.
Chargers
Oh
suck.
my
That's kind of
gosh.
been established. Quick preview. Who do you guys?
I mean, they're in the playoffs.
Yeah,
There's
they're
2 AFC
Yeah.
West teams
I
in the
mean,
playoffs.
What
Yeah,
are we
and they
gonna?
went to Chiefs.
What do I have to say? Nah, Patrick would have. Isaiah Pacheco, he would have done something there.
Who do you got? Bears, 49ers going into next week. I'll go first. So you guys take the chance to think. Bears have been really bad all throughout. They've been waiting since the 80s to be back and being good again into Super Bowl contention. I think they continue to ride the hot wave. I love the 49ers. Losing Kittle's a huge blow. They don't really have anybody. They have Jawan Jennings to throw the football to now. CMC did not have a great game.
They have
but
Jawan
Brock
Jennings
Purdy-
to throw the football.
Yeah, well, yeah, he did throw a touchdown today. But really interesting there. I'm gonna take the Bears in a close one. I think the 49ers are good. I just think there's too many injuries on the injury bug team to win the game. Who do you guys got? The Bears or the 49ers?
Oh my God. They're like, fuck it, don't even block.
Bears-
Jesus.
Okay,
I like the Niners. I refuse. It's Bears versus Rams, you dipshit.
It is Bears versus.
Yeah, it's
Rams.
Bears
I just looked that up.
All right,
Whatever,
awesome.
Bears.
We haven't even talked about that game. Yeah, that's the 2 games we talked about. I like the Rams in this game.
Man, dude, I think the Bears might be able to pull it off.
Rams are a good football team. They did almost just lose to the Panthers. Oh no, PC really painted a picture for me for this 49ers game.
I know.
Let's
It's
just
literally
say
on my
conference
screen right
championship
now, and I'm just
Bears
not thinking straight.
and 49ers.
Just
Bears and
talking, and
49ers.
I'm like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. And then
I like the Rams.
I got the Bears still. I think the Rams
Is
are
there
good.
odds on that game yet? I'm checking.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
if it's already decided?
Dude.
Yeah. Okay, so we got 2
Harbaugh.
Bears and 1 Rams.
Harbaugh might go out there and start blocking. He's like, I'm going to play tackle. I'll block for you, Justin.
Harbaugh is so funny because he's like he has no idea how to get the ball down the field. He's like, okay, how about we just short pass it? It's just first downs. Just first downs the whole time. Like college. At college, it should stop! Wait, Blue! The clock should stop! Like, coach, it's the NFL! He's like, oh, shit.
God.
Let's talk about the 49ers a little
Kyle,
bit.
You're getting too close. You're flying too close to the sun.
What did I say?
That was, dude. Talking about how the referees work. I asked you yourself. Why wasn't that your call under the basket in the ICCC game versus JCCC?
Yeah.
What a game.
Count it. Dude, that was a crazy comeback.
That
was insane, bro. I thought they were going to lose.
You got in the celebration.
Dude, I did. Throw the ball.
All right, we're talking 49ers. Let's talk 49ers. We get so far off track that.
Oh, okay. So we are talking about the Niners now?
We're actually talking about the Niners.
I wanted to not talk
This is the game that they... No, well, how about the Bills-Jags happened before that? So why don't we start there?
I was just trying to stick with NFC.
P4 wants to...
NFC, but
P4 wants
you want to talk Bills. Bills actually having a last-minute drive to actually win them the football game in the playoffs as they win 27-24 over the Jags. Josh Allen, 273 yards and 1 touchdown. Trevor, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Brittany's doing a last-minute drive to the cabana to get Patty another fucking Mai Tai out of the beach.
Josh Allen got 2 touchdowns, rushing as well. The Buffalo Bills continue to swing, and he actually got the ball when Jacksonville scored to go up on them. You saw there was like 4 minutes left in the game.
Shakir finally had a good fantasy game for you.
Way too many games.
I think he would have scored like 22 points.
Way too much time left on the clock. Josh Allen, in Josh Allen fashion, does drive down the football field.
Well, you know what? It was like too much time. Like, it was a 4-minute drive by Buffalo. They did a really good job bleeding clock on their last drive. I think Buffalo's the most star-power team left in the playoffs on the AFC side, right? No matter who wins tonight or tomorrow?
Probably.
I mean, who's close? Houston?
Yeah, that's the only one that I can think, yeah.
And Houston's the fucking wild card team.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we don't talk about Rodgers in Pittsburgh. I mean, but they have DK back.
What about the Patriots? I mean, they kind of look like shit this game. Like, this is more like a Herbert what-if game.
It seems like it's... I mean, Drake's good, obviously. It just feels like a Patriots...
Great?
Team. I don't call it... I didn't say great. I said good.
Wait, replay the tape.
If I said great, I apologize. I meant good. He's getting to great status. If he makes a Super Bowl, he's in that great category. Is he up to a level of, like, probably Patty? No. Is he up to Josh Allen status? If he makes a Super Bowl, you're going to have a conversation that he's getting up
you're
there.
Smoking crack.
What has Josh Allen done? What has he done in the playoffs? What has he done in the playoffs? What has he done? What has he done? What's he done?
What has Sean McDermott done?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much more into that. Their defense has been what let them down every single year.
Prevent defense.
It has never been the offense. I don't think, like, how many times has Allen thrown, like, the game-losing interception?
It has.
The team's given up the game.
One time it has been Allen-ish, but that was also because they didn't know. They were like, okay, we know what a blitz is coming.
Into a juggernaut in the Chiefs.
No, he actually has. They just showed it. He has the best win percent, or like he's close to the record of like most consecutive wins in a playoff round, and it's like Mahomes and Brady in the divisional round to make it to the championship, and it's Allen in the fucking wild card. And let's be honest about Josh Allen's career. Mahomes got drafted to a team in Kansas City that was already winning the division with Alex Smith. And now you have Josh Allen, who was drafted into a team that had to make the wild card every year with Mahomes. And then, holy shit, the Patriots fucking stumble into another goddamn franchise thing. And I agree with you. If fucking May wins the next 2 Super Bowls, then yeah, he's above Allen. But you just can't give this guy his first fucking playoff run. But look at this game. This game right here. And you're like, okay, what he's doing right now, is that better than what Allen did earlier against Jacksonville? I don't think so.
It seems like more of a management point guard-esque versus Allen's like a star where he's making the
and I think Allen's doing it in spite of the coaching staff, where May is working with the coach. Like, there's a whole bunch of other factors with that. Yeah. And right, we could get into the whole semantics on quarterbacks or wins as a quarterback stat and who's really bet. But, I mean, Allen has been Superman. Like, right, the only reason that you're defending him being bad right now is because he kind of fucking scares you, right? Like, no, he's been kind... Like Buffalo. Well, I mean, he's whatever, right? I mean, he's kind of been with the winning side and all that stuff. Like Joe Burrow, too, these other guys. Like, hey, the Jets got a couple first-round picks. Lamar Jackson, all these guys. Patrick Mahomes, like all these guys who are on team, right? There's only going to be one There's only going to be one Super Bowl winner every year, guys. So, and that doesn't mean that there's 31 dumb shit quarterbacks and the fucking third string Easton stick.
Let me rephrase my question. If he wins a Super Bowl this year, do you put him up there?
Oh my gosh, I'm not even going to entertain that. Between Drake May and fucking Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, but if Brock Purdy wins the Super Bowl.
Okay, but you don't like Buffalo and you don't like LA and you don't like Denver. I'm not allowed to not like the Patriots.
Well, I don't like the Patriots either.
All right, well, so
I'm
you're
just saying
throwing
Drake
them
May
up there?
He's done a very good job this season and has looked like a really good. I mean, that's probably the runner-up.
Not even really. He has not looked better than Allen this year. This year, I'd take Allen. So, like, I don't even know what you're getting at. This game versus the game this morning, Allen was better.
I don't know. It's just up to debate. I was just seeing if I was just trying to take a little fun there, see what exactly everybody was thinking there.
Sorry, go ahead.
What? No, it's fine. I was going to the next thing, but what?
No, because I want to talk about this game because it's going to end. This game's ending right now.
Well, yeah, we're going to talk about it after.
We'll talk about it when we talk about it. I just heard New England talk, and I was like, okay.
No, yeah, we're just talking Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo wins. Good win. They'll go and play the Patriots, which will be an interesting matchup. We'll talk about that in just a little while. Now let's flip back over to the 49ers since we want to go in the day schedule. They beat the Eagles 23-19. Really, really fun game to watch. Brock Purdy had 2 touchdowns and 2 picks for 262 yards. Jalen Hurts
Purdy's 2 picks as bad as Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams' picks were really bad.
Yeah, he makes some bonehead moves. I don't know. Brock Purdy's weren't terrible, but
what do you mean terrible?
Well, they're not. They're not like
Jesus Christ. I mean, we're throwing Drake May. It's like I don't even know where your barometer is, man. He's good. He's terrible. He's not terrible.
Brock Purdy over Drake May?
Jesus Christ! Just wait till we get to the Darren Peterson segment.
Yeah, no, we're not even talking about it. We're skipping college basketball this week. There's no.
We're not. No, we're not.
We're skipping the entire segment. I'm not talking about that stupid.
Boozer Twins.
No, we're not talking about those guys either.
Michigan went down.
No.
Flip the M to a W. No. I have stuff to say about Brock Purdy. He does make some interesting decisions as far as trusting his receivers. I think I'd say that.
Does it look like he throws the ball like
oh yeah, for sure.
He throws it like down.
I don't know. I don't know. He's not all that.
He doesn't have that high rise, the 4-seam spin on it. He's almost like trying to butter it in there.
All right.
Fair
enough.
Good though. How about Juwan Jennings? Not Juwan Jennings.
He can throw it. Yeah. No, was it Juwan that threw it or the other guy? Juwan throws it.
Right?
Yeah. Juwan was in the same recruiting class as Sam Darnold. He was rated above him in quarterback.
Demarcus Robinson hit 6
Are you being
receptions
for
for
real?
111 yards.
Yeah, he went to Tennessee.
That's crazy.
Demarcus Robinson, 6 receptions.
And
111
hey, I mean, 49ers keep on have guys going down. Kyle, do you want to talk about the conspiracy theory about the
Yes.
electrical facility?
So, a Israeli company built a substation. Let's actually take a look right now. We're going to go
Pull up Google Earth.
to yeah. Hold on, give me a second.
This is real PC. Who's
Yeah,
that?
This is a real what I do.
No, just your background on Chrome.
Oh, I don't really know. But yeah, let's go take a look here real quick. Let's not be silly with all this stuff. Santa Clara, if I had to guess.
San Francisco.
Santa Clara, California. Yeah, there we go. Levi.
I think it's on the bay, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
I
don't
did need
even...
a new pair of blue jeans.
There we go. All right, here we go. So right here is called electrical substation. You know, just whatever you want it to be called. And basically the amount of electromagnetic pressure that occurs in a certain in your regular life should be around like 2 to 4. In this area, it's around 9. And it's been known in studies that when electromagnetic fields are higher in certain areas, collagen buildup decides to decrease, which is made up with your bones and your ligaments and stuff like that. So people do believe that the reason that more bone and ligament injury, and just any injury for that fact, comes from the electrical output being radiated onto these guys losing their collagen, which makes it harder for them to keep themselves healthy. So they lose the collagen from the electromagnetic field right here. I don't know if it's actually an Israeli thing. I thought that was just going to be funny if I threw that in. But yeah, that's just kind of what happens. And I think they kind of turn it down during practices, is what I've heard. They like kind of shut it down, and all the people here go, "Oh, what is that?" And they lose all their stuff. So, but you know, anything for the game. You know, the integrity of the game is way more important than geopolitical.
Have to make sure that is. 49ers play the Seahawks. Who do you guys got between those two?
Seahawks have to play the 49ers twice in a row. 49ers got an Eagles game in between. That was a tough, well-fought game. Bye week usually hurts. What's Mike McDonald's record after a bye?
Oh, are you asking me?
I'm looking it up.
Google Gemini says 5-0 streak.
Well, he hasn't been a fucking head coach for 5 years, so. Fucking AI, man. We think that this shit is gonna take our jobs. Let's look at. We'll go Mike McDonald.
I don't think it's going to be a large enough sample to determine.
What do you mean?
He's had coach?
2 bye weeks.
As a head coach or just a coach?
As a head coach.
That'd be
The 2024 Seahawks, 1 off a bye, and the 2025 Seahawks, 1 off a bye. So he's 2-0 off of byes. Jesus, Gemini, how fucking hard was that? I'm a fucking monkey with a computer. Oh my god. So yeah, Mike McDonald. We'll see what he does after the bye. Fuck! I should have looked who they played. If they played the Niners, that would have made my thing perfect. Gemini. No, I was looking at Pro Football Reference. That's going to take the long way. So we'll see what goes on with the Hawks. I am confident in them. They did beat the 49ers. They got a pretty good team. That defense is really good. And like we were saying, the pass catchers for San Francisco are pretty. I mean, they're not terrible, but he doesn't have a whole bunch of stuff.
Commanders.
Is that like in Europe or something?
No, the Commanders played somebody else. It wasn't in Madrid.
And then last year they played the 49ers.
Houston better not fucking show up wearing Letterman jackets. I think they might beat the Pats. When I say that, they're going to lose to the
49ers last season, and then they beat the Washington Commanders this season off the bye.
So there you go. I mean, you're giving him time to think about it. I think Mike McDonald's a good defensive coach. I'm excited to see what they do. Yeah. I mean, maybe I could talk myself into the Niners. They did win in Seattle this year, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Gotta wait and see on that one.
Wait and see there. K-Stel, what do you think? Seahawks, Rams.
I have another Seattle buddy, if you can believe it. He is out of Tillicum. I'm just kidding. He's from Lakewood. Also named Kyle. So, big Seahawks guy. And he's telling me that the 49ers, they can't win with their electromagnetic bodies deteriorated. So, that's his... and honestly, I trust this guy. I've known him for a month, so I trust this guy with all my heart. So I'm gonna go Seahawks here. They have the home field advantage, and I think they also have the defense against Brock Purdy. Even though I do appreciate Brock Purdy having P4's Patrick Mahomes conspiracy to beat the Eagles. I'm so glad they beat the Eagles.
Sky Moore had more touches in the playoffs than the entire 2025 Chiefs roster.
I'm sure he did. Yeah, I'm glad
he did. He got touches in the game today.
I'm glad he did. Did he get an assist for that touchdown?
I don't think they really.
Do you count that? What are the NFL stats guys do? Anyways, I'm just glad.
Take the Hawks too.
I'm just glad the Eagles lost. I hate the Eagles. I hope everybody in Philly understands that their entire city's name, the city of brotherly love, is named after a church from the Bible in ancient civilization, and they didn't get that name because their city was nice. That's not where they got that name. So I hope the entire city burns to the ground.
I like watching Cooper DeJean play football.
I do too. I hope Jalen Carter, though, in some way gets his life altered, but not in a destructive way. Not in a way that I want to feel bad, but in a way where I go, good. I'm glad he got that because he deserved that, because that's what he does. He deserves something bad. Just like I deserve something bad to happen to me. But we'll see who gets it first.
You've been a bad boy, Kyle?
We've all been bad boys. We've all been bad boys.
Yeah, we're all bad boys. Let's talk about the last game of the day that we were kind of watching at the beginning of the podcast. Patriots beat the Chargers 16-3. Drake May, 268 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Jordan Love, no touchdowns, no interceptions, 159 yards. Justin Herbert had no touchdowns and no picks.
Yeah.
And Drake May had 1 touchdown and 1 interception. It's kind of a mediocre game here. Really, really terrible from the Chargers. But the Patriots get a comfortable
offensive
win
line.
here. Yeah, the offensive line was a huge problem. The Patriots fumbled the football. Drake May fumbled it twice, lost it once, but they did recover 2 fumbles. So, really sloppy game here. What is your thoughts on the Patriots Chargers game?
Yeah, it's like we were saying, the offensive line. I mean, they have those two tackles, and they're just sitting at home doing nothing. Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater, who are two Pro Bowl tackles, all pro tackles. So, I best abilities, availability, and
Yep.
that's just disappointing. And I don't want to be called like a Herbert Homer or whatever. I do think that he's just an incredible talent, and it sucks to see a guy just drop back and get smacked every time like that. It's just sad to watch. So we'll see what they do. I don't know how much this proves about the Patriots. We'll see. I mean, yeah, they can blitz. They've got a defensive coach. They've got a very aggressive coach that does tend to help in playoff situations. He took points when he needed to, and he won the game. We'll see what Vrabel does. We'll see what Drake May does. We'll see what Stephon Diggs does. I think he's going to have a big game, especially if they have to play the Bills at any point. I think he's still a little salty about Buffalo. So
I think it's locked in. They play the Bills because it doesn't matter if the Texans.
no, I think
lose.
Houston, the winner of Houston or Pittsburgh
has
would
to
go
play. Would go to.
would go to New England.
I have
Yeah,
something
yeah,
crazy to
Broncos.
say.
So then they would have
Yeah,
to play
Broncos
in the
will.
conference
Yeah.
championship.
I have something crazy to say.
Go ahead, Kyle.
You remember when Mel Kiper mentioned that thing about the league at some point will and need or needs and will get rid of the two eye safety. Remember he said that? We were all like, what the hell is this guy talking about? He's crazy.
Hmm.
I would not be shocked if in the next 2 or 3 years they actually do that.
I don't think you can change the rules on play calling, can you?
Oh, absolutely. They did in the NBA. They
Well,
said
in
no
NBA.
zone. They said no more zone.
NBA.
Yeah, they got rid of the zone in the NBA.
No zone in the NFL would honestly be my dream.
Could you imagine? No
Dude.
zone, but like no too high. Like so, you only can have
Corners
one
would be
high
the highest paid players.
Oh,
They would all be
100%.
signed to like 1 year, $250 million
Corners would be
contracts.
corners and strong safety or slot corners would be the highest paid. They're already getting paid that much money. But
Not really.
now,
I mean, it's the corners the lowest corner and running back.
I guarantee you they do it because like
No. I will take that bet.
in,
That they get rid of zone
in
defense. I don't.
2020. No, not zone defense. The two high safety.
What do you mean two high safety?
Like you cannot have two high safeties playing.
What do you mean?
Oh,
It's
I
three
guess
different
you
kinds
I
of
guess you can-
coverages
I guess
you're
you can
talking about.
I guess you can disguise it. Yeah, you can do that.
Well, yeah, like yeah. I mean, that's like
Yeah.
saying
That's-
you can't
yeah,
line up in
well,
a line
I
on
don't know.
inbounds.
I
or
don't know.
something.
I don't know how they're gonna do it. They're like, well, he can't play like this. But like if he plays like
Yeah,
20
well,
yards.
what if he wears a 40 number? What if he's a fucking linebacker?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do that. But I feel like they're gonna do it. I feel like Roger's gonna go listen.
I don't know how you create that rule. I mean, that's the thing with the football is that they always are creating verbiage just so they can. That's why words are created, is so they can create rules around
But
it, or create some sort of verbiage.
The only reason I say that is because, and I'm not saying that the teams that are winning now are bad. They
Well, there's
are
a
good.
lot of cover four stuff, and there's such thing as a cover four beater.
There's quarters. Yeah, we can play quarters.
Yeah, so and quarters is a two high safety look. So is some cover three stuff, right? If you're skying it, if you have the corner drop down. Now you can't have the safety drop, and then you're looking at two deep corners with a deep safety. That's three deep guys right there. Then you have kind of like your cover two shells, which is kind of your more typical what they talk about, the Tampa 2 and that kind of stuff, where that inside backer kind of carries that third. But yeah, you have to guard the deepest man. Okay, no more two high safety, and we're going to run five guys deep. But don't send more than two guys back. Like, what do you mean? Like, so you're telling me that four guys are going to be uncovered? What if I need to send fucking five guys deep? Now, I do think the prevent defense is a joke, and I've been saying that for fucking years. But, no, I whatever they're going to do with the defense and the verbiage and all that kind of stuff. What you're talking about, the Patriots and the Chargers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna just be completely honest with you. The Patriots look exactly like the Titans do. and they look slightly better because, first of all, I think the amount of picks they were able to obtain was bananas. But like at the end of the day, they look like the 2018 Titans. That's who they look like. And they
That's
look.
what he's trying to do.
But I mean, which is fair. Also, Jim Harbaugh or whoever, one of the Harbaughs.
Which one?
The coach for the one that's not fired.
Jim.
What like
This one.
what is his team's goal here?
Well, it's to fucking win. I mean, they want to
Yeah,
go out
but
and win.
he does his little.
They
Michigan,
couldn't block.
But he does his Michigan like, oh, jipping. We're gonna like constrain everything.
It's a Super Bowl with Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, and then what happened?
He lost to his
Joe
brother.
Flacco, the dog, the dude.
And now his brother's fired.
Yeah, but they also
Joe Flacco's good. What are we getting at here?
I don't know.
Like, yeah, their line played awful. I don't know what you do. You just got to hope that those guys get healthy. I think Justin Herbert, AFC West is a tough division. We still have another AFC West team in Denver. They're going to come back out after the bye. They're going to play Buffalo. We'll see what Buffalo does with that game. What's the next one? We got to look forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, we got one more tomorrow. We got the Steelers and the Texans. Should be a really interesting game there. Steelers are 10-7, Texans 12-5. But yeah, they'll play New England, which will be really exciting to see. I think the Texans probably win that game. I don't know Rodgers, but Rodgers hasn't looked great since he's left Green Bay. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. We can go move on to the other playoff here, and that is the college football playoff. We had two semifinal games, one of them very, very close, the other one not so close. Let's start with the close one first. Miami wins 31-27. Carson Beck, 268 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Chambliss had 277 and 1 touchdown. Kyron Lacey had a long 73-yard touchdown run at the very beginning of the game to open up the scoring, and then kind of dealt with an injury and was kind of not as effective throughout the game. It was tough grit football versus flashy football. You know, quick plays versus the hard-earned drive through multiple different plays, and Miami ended up coming out on top. Again, one of those situations where it felt like Ole Miss, they scored a little too early. Carson Beck does the final drive to get that victory for Miami, even though Ole Miss actually gave it a little bit of a run there at the very end. But Miami's defense looks good. Carson Beck has been a proven college football at least winner. I mean, maybe not the biggest stage of them all, but on most of them. But yeah, Miami will play for a national championship. What are your guys' thoughts on Ole Miss or Miami?
Well, Ole Miss is done. I'm looking right now about this Chambliss stuff. It looks like Chambliss is trying to come back for next year. He does want to return to Ole Miss. Well, he got denied. Ole Miss and Chambliss has hired a trial lawyer, and they're filing suit against the NCAA. There's some sort of thing where he should have. He already has a red shirt. He already used a red shirt, but he's trying to get a medical red shirt from a year that he had some sort of an injury. So obviously he played Division II at Ferris State. So this was his first year playing Division I ball. This is only his second year really starting. So he even though he's 24 years old, he doesn't have the stats really to get picked high in the draft. I see Jet mock drafts having us pick him with the first pick in the second round or late third or something. I don't think, and he could change that with a combine if this goes awry. I think he does want to return because he knows that he's probably not the NFL prospect yet, and he wants to win with this Ole Miss team, which I think maybe says a little bit about this LSU Lane Kiffin situation. A lot of those guys don't want to leave maybe as much as like we kind of originally thought. Like we're like, oh, well, it's just going to be Ole Miss 2.0 with better 5 stars. And it's like, oh, actually, some of these guys want to stay. The defensive coordinators kind of has his own culture there. So I think cool stuff for Ole Miss. This Miami team, ACC, right? I mean, just imagine what Duke would be doing in these playoffs. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, Miami, good win there. They'll make play in the national championship, probably from the most unlikely of foes. From like at least 5 years ago, no one would have ever expected this team to make a run like this. It feels like a very NCAA football 26 dynasty mode, kind of a build from nothing program. Kurt Signetti and the Indiana Hoosiers played Oregon, and they did more than played Oregon. They beat the brakes off of Oregon, winning 56-22. Fernando Mendoza, 5 touchdowns, 177 yards. Had more touchdowns than incompletes again. That's obviously very impressive. Very first play of the game, pick 6 by Dante Moore, kind of set the tone. Oregon scored right away afterwards, but then it was all the Fernando Mendoza point guard-esque quarterback style, and that Indiana defense kind of shutting down Dante. Dante had 2 touchdowns, 1 pick for 285 yards. As a Jet fan and thinking this is going to be your quarterback, you would think, is this still your quarterback of the future, or are you going to pass on Dante? I didn't think so either, but like, I mean, it's worth a conversation. Like, I mean,
why? Like, for who? Who?
What do you say
to
for
whom?
next year?
He's 20 years old, and it's his choice to declare for the draft. It's no one else's, right? This is the whole Billy Bean situation too, right? I mean, this kid has a lot to prove as well. I mean, right? Fernando Mendoza too. What is Mendoza going to be a Hall of Famer? We want to crown him already?
No, not yet. But there's just a discussion. I agree. Dante Moore is still the number 2 pick, and that's who the Jets take with the number 2 pick. I was just trying to.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it is. We'll see what it is. But I mean, I don't think it's ever. I mean, how often do we really do this? We did like the whole. I mean, Sam Darnold to Cleveland, right? He's the number 1 guy, and they end up taking Baker Mayfield, and then we all forget about it because Lamar was taken with the last pick in the first round, and Josh Allen was taken with the 10th pick. I mean, wasn't Mahomes in there somewhere too, 15 or whatever in his draft class? Like, yeah, I like we're talking about this like we're already foregone conclusion. Like the Jets finally, like, oh my God, they got the 2nd pick, so they ruined this kid's life. I mean, whatever. I mean, First Take can do whatever they want to get their clicks. But yeah, a bunch of stuff goes into the draft, and the Jets don't just have quarterback. If we think that just drafting some 20-year-old is going to fix the team, then. I mean, I got
no, it's a good centerpiece to be able to maybe grow on. He has shown that he can be a very good quarterback.
But
he obviously has that 20-year-old mistake mentality in it. He is still super young.
He doesn't have 30 starts. He's shown wins, but in a program, right, like Alabama, Ohio State quarterbacks kind of thing. You've got to show a lot of stuff. And this is nothing against him. I think he's a tremendous talent. I'm pro player. I think he can do some awesome things. But like. Already toss him out there, and I said that I was thinking about Dante Moore when it was all going on, and maybe Trinidad Chambliss now that they've got those later picks and all this kind of stuff. But I mean, we're already. I mean, mock draft and already with all this stuff, like whatever the Jets do, it doesn't even matter till what week 4 of next season.
Yeah,
like even after the draft and all this kind of stuff, like we've got to see. Right, we drafted, we got Brady Cook in there to do some stuff as a free agent. I mean, the team's obviously got some problems.
Right.
Since last week, the Jets are the only team or the first team since 2020 or something to have the same starting 5 offensive linemen for all games, all 17 games. We have the same starting offensive line. So we'll see. I mean, Elijah Vera Tucker, who was our first-round pick a couple years ago, didn't even play a single game for us this year, so that's not a great thing as far as the offensive line stat. The backups played well in his spot, but the Jets got so much more. I think Dante Moore's got a lot to prove. We'll see. I think he's going to go back. So, I mean, what? I want to get my hopes up for some kid who's not even going to be there. And, we got 3 picks next year, too. So if he thinks he's going to run from the Jets for that long, and that's the thing, too, like, what do the Raiders have? What do the Cardinals have? Who are these other teams that people are like, oh, my God, the Jets are going to ruin you? Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of teams like that in the NFL right now. There's only a few teams that are even decent, and there's some of those teams that aren't even making the playoffs. It's a total crapshoot right now. Who flipping knows? So, I mean, yeah, I get it that everyone needs to hate on the Jets all the time and whatever, but I wish I hope for the best. I think he is kind of a cool prospect. I think he is going to return. I've heard that from Oregon fans pretty much this entire playoff too. Now, if he won it all, are we in a different conversation? But it looks like Mendoza can technically come back. I think he has kind of said that he's going to go regardless. But he's probably going to win this and get picked first overall by the Raiders, and wish him good luck too. But I mean, even so, right? Bo Callahan was the can't miss prospect, but Vontae Mack no matter what. So
yeah, just interesting stuff to think about with Dante Moore. I mean, I can see him also going back as well to Oregon just because of the NIL and the Wild West of the NCAA is right now in that aspect. So, yeah, we'll talk on National Championship next week because it won't be until next Monday. We'll go into a deep dive into seeing who the dudes think will win that National Championship game. Okay, so we can just skip over college basketball. There's nothing really to talk about this week, and I don't really need to talk about the Jayhawks because K-Stelt's going to have a meltdown on live broadcast. But I guess we can talk.
Miami, Ohio State's kind of or Miami, Indiana's kind of a cool game.
Yeah, I was thinking we should just save that for next week because then we can do picks and stuff because it won't be until the 19th. So that'll
it isn't? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
So I thought we could just skip and then do deep dive next week into the final game. Let's talk college hoops. K-Stelt, do we want to start with the Jayhawks or we ending with the Jayhawks? I don't really care.
Yeah.
You're the one that's going to be like,
Yeah, no, let's start with them.
All right, we can talk about the Jayhawks. Another loss against West Virginia. It's not looking good, obviously. K-Stelt, you can kind of just break it down however you want. I give my little opinion on it, but it's like, it is what it is. Now I have a few interesting questions to throw your way. But yeah, who do you think the problem is at Kansas? Do you think they can turn it around? And is it time for the Hall of Fame coach Bill Self to go? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Let's just get into it. If we're gonna get into it, let's just get into it.
No, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, in college.
This is why I said yes 100 times because I knew that at some point it was going to happen. These guys, they're like, "Oh, let's make a podcast. Our teams will never lose again." and then this is Meow Mix. This is Meow Mix. You guys are like, "Oh, it's funny because B4's team sucks."
B4's team starts getting really good and ours come bad. We're just going to eliminate the podcast and never do it again.
Welcome to the B4 show every Sunday.
No, I mean, listen.
9:30 Central, 7:30 for you West Coast.
Bill Self is
Dude, welcome back.
He's been a good coach, but basketball.
You're talking about in the past tense?
Hold on, bro. Give me a sec.
You're
Dang,
right.
bro. He just okay. I'll just start it off. Bill Self is either frightened, does not know how to coach the kids that are coming in transfer wise, or he's just losing it. Like he is. Like I'm sorry, bro. Like am I the only one who notices that we cannot guard a high pick and roll? Like how the fact that we listen the fact that we have won games without not knowing how to guard a high pick and roll is almost levels of insanity that I cannot explain. It's insanity. We can't. We have kids that are way too athletic that are fouling out. It like when DP shows up in the game, our entire crew says, "Don't know how to play defense."
They don't play basketball when Derek Anderson's in the game.
But at the end of the day, when he's out of the game, they're awesome. So whose fault is that? The player's fault?
Yeah.
Okay, so Bill Self is awful at getting players. Cause
Bill Self is still a Hall of Fame coach.
Of course he is.
I still think that there's time to turn it around. I know that you're in dead water, and if they end up beating Iowa State, then you're going to be a whole different story next Sunday. Like, they finally turned it around.
Well, I mean, I don't know what else to do.
Oh my God, they just beat Iowa State.
I don't know.
Two teams in the nation. They might make the Final Four this year.
I don't know.
You're so wishy-washy. Like, stick to your guns.
No, listen. I explained it perfectly. If they play defense, like they've always played defense, when DP's in the game, they're going to be winning a lot of games. I said their ceiling is this. Their floor is also this. That's been Bill Self's team for a while. So I don't know. Like, what else do you want me to say? Like if Bill Self can't figure it out now, then how will he figure it out? Like, how will he figure it out? I think Bill Self's a great coach. I don't think Bill Self is in it all the way. Because I think he's scared as crap to lose players. I think he's
also been dealing with a lot of health things. Which I think
yeah, that's true. I think he cannot coach.
Been some part of a distraction.
He cannot coach the way he wants to coach in this era of basketball. That's a fact. I think we can all agree with that. That, like, Rick Pitino cannot coach the way he wants to coach. Getting on the players, degrading them. Sometimes you have to be degraded as a player. Hey, coach, you can't talk to me. I'm making $2 million. And then the coach goes, oh, yep, you're right. Do whatever you want. I'm not saying that DP is like, you know, the guy, but like everybody else who's making like $800K. Like, you can't talk bad about them anymore. You can't.
It's a valid point.
And I think Bill Self, I think Bill Self has been trying. I think he tried his best. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna do my best to see how I can, you know, coach them this year. Because not only am I having to listen to the players, I have to listen to my donors way more. Way more!
Hey, you know what they all care about? Winning. All the people you're talking about.
Of course they care about... Okay, but at the end of the day, how can they not play defense the same way when DP is on the court? How? It's not hard! When your best player is on the court and you play defense when he's not on the court really well, when he gets on the court, how can you not play the same defense? How? How? It's not hard. When your best player is on the court, you play good defense. It's not a problem. I just don't know how this is even a reality to these players. How? What is Bryson Tiller doing? When a guy is coming up to pick and roll, you get your body up into him. I just don't get it. If they don't know how to play, they get, like, what are we talking about? They just play completely different. What? You're an adult. You're making more than any one of us are making combined. Put your knowledge to the test. You are a 5-star athlete. 3, 4, who cares? Flory Badunga, go up into his chest and get a foul. It's so easy. It's so easy. But the mentality...
Just so I can sleep just absolutely perfect tonight, can I get it on the record? Tomorrow, John Shire could be your head coach. Would you take that?
No, I can't take that.
Tomorrow, for nothing. He could coach the Jayhawks.
No.
Would you take that?
Oh, dude, I'd love to see it. I mean, I would love to see what would happen. I'd love to see it.
I have such a hatred, no.
I'd love to see it.
I don't care, no.
I'd love to see it.
I'd love to see Bryson Tiller.
I'd love to see Bryson Tiller when a high pick and roll comes and he gets his body right up in there and closes that gap and see what happens. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. Because I just don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Yeah, it is what it is. We'll see what happens on Tuesday.
If you would have asked me and the Chiefs and whatever. All right, yeah, let's go on. Who else is good in college basketball? Your number one team lost, so.
No, not my number one team lost. Actually, my number one team was still there. The one that you guys wanted at number one lost, which was Michigan.
I did not want them at number one.
I've had Arizona at number 1 the entire time. I haven't moved it once since they got put in there the first week. But we'll talk about the winners so far because we had the winners, and then we'll talk about the big losers. Big winners. Vanderbilt beat Alabama. Vanderbilt is now the best team in the SEC. I did move them into my top 5. They are legit. This is what NIL can do to a program. It can move mountains for them. Right, Vanderbilt, not a really good football team, not a really good basketball team until they start getting NIL money. We can talk however you want about Diego. They had a really good football season at 10-3 for Vanderbilt. Had a very good football season.
What does that have to do with their basketball team?
I'm saying that their NIL, their athletic as a whole, adding NIL has flipped the program from being bad.
Well, that was true because Vanderbilt had a bunch of big. Yeah. I mean, that was going to be true.
And like you could say Indiana, right? But their basketball program in Indiana has not still been good, right? So overall, collectively, right, of teams that have been bad and shifted to be really good based on NIL, Vanderbilt is not the best, if not the best team that has done that to be able to turn your program into losing programs into winning programs. The Vanderbilt basketball team is phenomenal. They shoot really extremely well. I do hate their home floor. I hate that the home benches are underneath the basketball hoop. That's only a personal preference. But yeah, I think Vanderbilt's legit. They're definitely scary. They're national championship contenders. That their starting point guard, I gotta remember his name right now. I can't think of it off the top of my head. He's really, really good. Saturday. No, this is a Wednesday game. Wednesday. Box score. Tyler Tanner. Tyler Tanner has been at Vanderbilt. He had 29 points in this game. Really good. The other two guys to look out for this Vanderbilt team, if you are going to start thinking about, I know it's January, but you start thinking March, thinking maybe some of your national championship contending teams or teams that are going to go far, so you get the max amount of points in your bracket. Vanderbilt's going to be a really good pick to know. Tyler Tanner, their best player. Actually, best player in this game, probably. I don't know about overall. There's one other player that might contest with that. He is only a sophomore and has been at Vanderbilt the last 2 years. Really, really good player. And then the other one is Duke Miles, who transferred in. He played at... Where did he play at? He played at High Point last year. He played Oklahoma last year. High Point the year that they made the tournament. So Duke Miles, Tyler Tanner, and then Nickel is the forward that's really, really good. But SEC, probably best team in the SEC. What were you going to say about SEC?
Well, it's like every time we talk about the ACC, all you do is bring up how bad they are, and then you want to bring up the SEC, which is worse than the ACC.
The SEC might actually be worse than the ACC this year.
It definitely is. It 100% is.
The top end of the ACC is very good.
The top end of the ACC is up there with the top end of any of the divisions. It's the only thing that you're clinging on to KU at the bottom of the Big 12 that puts them above fucking, I don't know, Miami or something.
Well, Big 12
but
has...
the ACC's got some...
the ACC has some great teams. They have Duke, who obviously is a great team. You can't deny it. Doesn't matter how much I hate the guys. Whatever, they're a good basketball team. North Carolina, okay, good basketball team. Caleb Wilson, good player. Okay.
SMU can stick around. Louisville.
Louisville is really good. Mikal Brown Jr., their freshman point guard, has been hurt the last 7 to 8 games, so that's really impacted them, but they are a good overall team once they get back. Clemson actually just got put back in my rankings. They're actually solid. And SMU, as you said earlier, with Boogie Miller is really good. He's been hurt the last 2 games. I think that did affect them. I do think Duke is still a better basketball team. I do think it does affect that they did not have their full roster there. Not saying the game would have gone any differently, right? Don't take discredit away from when you still win a basketball game as a Duke Blue Devil. But Louisville did not have Mikal Brown Jr. and SMU did not have Boogie. But Duke still wins games. You play who's in front of you. That's the way it is. A good win on Vanderbilt in the SEC. We'll see. I think Arkansas is kind of up there. Bama's still really, really good. 1 loss against Vanderbilt by 7 at their place is not a bad loss. So there's 2 or 3 teams up there in the SEC that could win it there.
So who's next? Tennessee?
In the SEC, it's Vanderbilt, and then I believe it's probably still Alabama, and then Arkansas at Calipari. Arkansas has Darius Acuff Jr., who's...
But see, Calipari, and then you're looking at Kentucky, and maybe Kentucky's not doing quite as good
this year.
but you're looking at it and you go, okay, well, is it the worst thing ever to get rid of a right? It's not like it's ever been done before, Bill Self fans, right? Don't think you're the first team ever to have a Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah, but then losing that Hall of Fame coach, now he's gone to Arkansas. I need mutual split, whatever.
Is there
right?
anyone?
No,
Is there
no
anyone waiting in the
Arkansas
wings
background.
like how Krzyzewski did
I
it?
have no idea. I haven't even my thought process hasn't even gotten to that point. I have no idea.
Shire was a baller pickup. Like that was damn near seamless.
He's a very, very good college basketball coach. You can't deny it. There's no disrespect in that. But let's talk other big winners. We'll talk Duke here in just a second. But the other one I wanted to talk about was Florida. They had a bounce back week. They won 2 huge games against ranked opponents. They destroyed Tennessee. And Georgia, who's actually ranked, they're actually a pretty decent little basketball team there. But Florida beat them as well. I've moved Florida back into my top 25 as well. I think those guards are slowly starting to figure it out. Boogie Fland is kind of figuring out this hot streak and what he is for this basketball team. Kind of how Walter Clayton Jr. was last year. He was kind of slow starting off, and then they kind of catch fire right here. Let's see if Golden can make fire happen and lightning strike twice in the SEC tournament and push themselves up to a higher seed and maybe contend for a Elite Eight Final Four run. Is deep for Florida to go. Other really big winners, obviously Duke had 2 ranked opponents, beat SMU, beat Louisville. You could say whatever you want to say about them not having their best players. You play who is put in front of you. A win is a win. It does not matter. I did have them. I still have them in my top 5. They did move to the 3rd spot. But maybe if we're at West, how do you think about your Duke Blue Devils as the road to the ACC championship is starting on its way?
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing every game, and I always say it's the Caleb Foster game. The guys are playing their roles. It's not really the stats of like the Duke teams that have 6 guys drafted, and then we usually get a couple like 2nd round picks out of those guys and that kind of stuff. But I don't think it's really that kind of team. I mean, there's not really a Proctor kind of guy. I mean, I think Caleb Foster's close and he can hit those kinds of shots. We've got Isaiah Evans he's really become the Robin.
Yeah.
He's become the Robin to the Boozer Batman, and the Boozer light, the Boozer point guard, Caden. He's a good player. I mean, he's hit some shots. He's done like some of the grimy stuff. He kind of reminds me of, and don't take. I'm going to say this, and even though you're a Suns fan, I know you're going to take it. He reminds me of a Grayson Allen, where he just kind of gets in there. He does the grimy stuff. He's kind of like
That's what you need from him.
right, he's a point guard. He's a facilitator, but he can also play the 2, kind of the 3. He can guard multiple positions, kind of a 3 and D guy. He does grimy stuff. He takes charges. He goes out for loose balls and that kind of stuff, which is what you need to do if you're not as talented as the other players, which I don't really think he is. Dame Sarr hasn't like had that incredible game yet that I know that he's capable of. And I think that that's what you guys were thinking when he was a KU recruit, right? Anyone who's going to get him is going to get a good prospect.
You're going to get good guy that could totally
and he hasn't done much. He's done enough, right? I like honestly, it's kind of good for me, right? Because like last year we were talking about this, and you guys were all saying, "Oh, Khan's going to come back. Khan's not going to be that," and then Khan ends up being one of the best free. But like, if Sarr could like not do that great this year, we could get him back, and that could be kind of cool.
I would not be shocked to see if maybe they throw a bag at him and make him your pivotal star
number one next.
Yeah.
So Caden probably right? Like Caden might be a second round pick.
Caden's a guy that'll stay.
But would he just go? Like, didn't one of the Jones brothers go just because the other brothers did?
Because, yeah, I mean, but I still think that Caden would benefit more, especially getting a bag from Duke. He'll get thrown the suitcase at him. Again.
But that's the thing, and like it's like the whole thing with the Dante Moore thing. We don't know what's going on in these kids' heads. They could be in certain situation for certain thing, whatever, right? Carlos has not missed a game.
Like, yeah, he doesn't have.
Carlos has not. And at the SMU game, the SMU game was home. They honored the 2000 Duke team. Shane Battier was there. Jason Williams with the lazy eye was there. But yeah. Exciting stuff. I'm excited for this Duke team. John Shire, obviously. This is the best Duke team. And this is including the Zion and the Cooper Flag. This is one of the most exciting. Right, that's the other thing is that you got to look at the field, especially after that Wisconsin win. I mean, I'm looking at the field and I'm going, you know what? this Duke team's got a better chance than I remember feeling in a while. Like, think of the Duke teams that have won. Julio Okafor is probably our worst fucking draft pick of the last decade, right?
Yeah.
And he was the one who won it. So
yeah, it seems like a very complete team. It's different than what the last year's past been about the stars. They do have a star in Cam, but Cam's not really that flashy of a player. They seem like
oh my god, he just but you put him in the corner, like he just hits everything.
Just gets buckets. That's just all it is.
Good defensive player too.
Yeah, he's definitely a top 3 pick without a question. If not, maybe even could make an argument as being that not really center of the attention. Really good all-star, could be caliber player in his future. I know it's putting a lot of words on somebody, but being a great, I don't know if he's a 1, right? But he could be a 1, but I don't know if he's a 1. I think he's could be a number.
Well, a 1 to what level,
2.
right? Paulo's a number 1, but that's going to be 8 seed in the East.
Yeah.
If he's the number 4, then you might be the fucking favorites to win the fucking thing, right? What about Jalen Johnson if we're talking NBA, right? I mean, that guy's just kind of turned into a 1. They got rid of Trae Young. I do have a question about the Atlanta Hawks, and I don't know how on topic this is, but what happened with their first overall pick? I missed this, but like the Hawks have a first overall pick who's like not good at all, who they like drafted.
Oh, that was part of Ricochet or whatever. He was the number 1 first overall pick. That was the draft before Coop. And in between him and Wemby, and that class was extremely weak.
That would have been just last year, right?
The year
Coop is a
prior.
rookie right now.
Right, correct. It'd be he's a second-year guy. Yeah.
Huh.
He's just a defender. That draft was did not have a lot of guys in college, really.
Wasn't
big
Jared
freshmen.
McCain in that draft?
He went 3rd. Yeah, he went 3rd to.
He went 3rd. Damn.
Yeah, because
he was like
Ricochet, and then the kid. In Utah, 24.
That sound was awesome.
Yeah, because he went 3 because Alex Sarr went to the Wizards. Oh, no, actually, no, that's not. No. Jared McCann was the year before. This was like Reed Shepard, Stephon Castle, and Rob Dillingham. Jared did get drafted. He got drafted 16th in that draft.
Okay, yeah.
And he's still interesting
right
stuff
now,
there. Duke's really good. Let's go look at our biggest losers. We'll talk Michigan losing to Wisconsin at home. Really, really weird score. Michigan kind of takes a little bit of a tumble. If not a little tumble, I think a pretty major tumble. Wisconsin's really not been that good this year. So I thought.
Were you not
my top 5
glazing them in the group chat?
I was.
Not even like a week ago?
Yeah, I thought they were really good. And I still think they are really, really good. I think that this was a wake-up call. I felt like they've blown a lot of teams out, right? And then when you start winning that
Is there
much,
any team that
by
they've
that
beat
much,
that you have ranked above them? Because they beat Gonzaga. They beat Purdue.
No, I don't think.
Okay.
No, I didn't drop them that far. I only dropped them to 8, but I honestly might put them up to 7 because I really don't think UConn's really that good. It's always been my own personal opinion on it. But Michigan losing to Wisconsin, kind of a wake-up call for them and Dusty May. They kind of seem to kind of slip a little bit in this Big Ten. And now they finally get bitten by the snake. Let's see if they can bounce back. Another one, the biggest one for our podcast purposes, Iowa did lose twice this week. They did lose today to Illinois and then lost to Minnesota in a really crushing game on Tuesday. Bennett Sturgis hasn't played quite as great as he's still first-round caliber player. Still a big fan. Juice Sports podcaster PC is still a big fan of Bennett Sturgis. Still believes in him, but was kind of a rough shooting game for him. But Iowa still has snuck barely into this top 25. Let's look at my top 25 really quickly. I'm going to go from 25 to 1, and then we'll get kind of the dudes' reactions. And then we'll kind of move on to our Ride the Ticket, where we're going to pick again this last week, and then we can kind of wrap up after that. But in 25 this week, newcomer, I've got St. Louis. Robbie Avila show is back. I think that team is really, really good. They only have 1 loss this season. So put them at 25. Villanova jumps back in at 24. Iowa drops to 23. Bad loss against Minnesota, but Illinois is still a really good basketball team. So I have them at 23. SMU at 22, even after the loss to Duke. No Boogie Miller. I think that impacts it. I have Virginia at 21, and then Clemson at 20. So all three of those ACC teams that are kind of like in that third, fourth spot, the fourth, fifth, and sixth spot, kind of fighting for that. Because I think the ACC will probably get probably 5, 6, 7, probably in between that range of qualifiers into the NCAA tournament. So they're kind of fighting for that kind of spot right there at 22, 21, and 20. Alabama drops to 19 after the loss of Vandy. Dropped them pretty far, but there's just these other teams that have been better. Florida at 18, coming back in the rankings after 2 huge wins. You've got Louisville at 17, Arkansas at 16, North Carolina 15, Texas Tech 14, Illinois stays at 13, Michigan State at 12, Houston still at 11, big win over Texas Tech. But these other teams I just feel like are better. Gonzaga at 10, still impressive there. Purdue at 9, Michigan at 8, dropping all the way down from number 2 after the loss. UConn escapes against Providence. I'm not a big UConn. I'm kind of thinking that they're actually not as good as everybody thinks they are, and they play in a crappy Big East, but we'll see. BYU still sits at 6. Vanderbilt hops all the way up to number 5 as they are 16-0 in the SEC. Nebraska 16-0 in the Big Ten. They run up to 4. Duke hops up into 3. I'm not going to punish a team for not losing. And even though Vandy and Nebraska are undefeated, Duke has that one loss, which wasn't a horrible loss. So I have them as still a great national championship contending team. At 3, Iowa State at number 2, and Arizona still sits at the top at number 1. We'll see what happens this next week. There's a bunch of basketball on, some really good basketball. But we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully KU can turn it around against Iowa State. All right, let's do Ride the Ticket.
I have more college basketball really quick.
What do you want to talk about with college basketball?
I said a couple weeks ago that this Syracuse team may be good enough to win the NIT. Now I think they might be good enough to make the tournament, because Syracuse men's basketball has announced in a press release that Calvin Russell, Syracuse's 5-star football recruit, is a 6'5" wide receiver from Florida. He's a senior in high school. He graduated early. He has now joined the basketball team and will perform basketball activities. Syracuse also had the dunk of the year. Did you guys see this?
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Oh my goodness.
You want me to look it up?
Syracuse is a good basketball team. They can definitely make the tournament for sure.
Right, like I was saying NIT and all that kind of stuff.
A one-round win, win the first round.
Is it easier if I DM it to you, Kyle? I just
yeah,
did.
on X.
Yes, Wild
Kyle
West
Williams.
Iron.
I haven't heard much about Cayenne Anthony. I've seen Melo at a bunch of games.
He's played well. I mean, he's still obviously the best player on Syracuse, but
Oh shit.
it's
Donnie Freeman leading in points, J.J. Sterling, Nathan George. Cayenne Anthony averaging 10 and 1 assist. He's not the best player on Duke. He's not even close. He's not even he averages 25% from the 3, 60% from the free throw.
I got it right. Hey!
Forcing the
Kyle
turnover,
was
but
both foul.
you have to make quick decisions against a zone. Oh my gosh! Goodness!
pretty nuts, pretty gross. Syracuse.
The cheerleader at
Kyle,
Pitt
the
reacted
third. What? Just show replays of that the rest of the game. Gosh! Goodness! Defense forcing the turnover, but you have to make quick decisions against a zone. Oh my gosh! Goodness!
Yeah, Syracuse.
Oh, Williams!
I know that's all. Maybe way out west, second kind of squad. That
ACC ball, man. Nothing like it. No other conference compares.
All right, let's play Ride the Ticket. If you don't remember what Ride the Ticket is, we do a 3-man.
Can you sit out around or something, man? What the fuck?
I don't know.
Obviously.
My pick is gonna get. They're just gonna get killed. It is what it is, man. It's. We're
Why don't you
0-2
pick
now.
something and then do the opposite?
That's. Yeah, but then. I have my pick already down. I know they're starting to look. It's my fault that we lost last week. Ole Miss lost by.
Can I
4.
talk about the NFL stats real quick? The NFL, they already have the lines out.
Yeah, that's actually my pick of the Ride the Ticket. So if you want to, I'll tell you which one the Ride the Ticket.
All right, you go ahead.
Yes, my Ride the Ticket is the 49ers are 6.5 plus 6.5. I think the 49ers are going to keep the game closer. I think it's going to be a lower scoring contest with that Seattle defense. I think 6.5 is too much. I think that either the 49ers have a potential to win the game at the end, or Seattle has a last minute drive to win the game. I think it'll be close. So I'm going to take 49ers plus 6.5. That's the line I got.
Oh, fuck. The other lines for the week, Buffalo minus 1.5. When I saw earlier, Denver led. Okay, minus 1.5. And Rams minus 4.5 going to the Bears. This says Seattle minus 7 if you want to grab that extra half point.
I'm going to take it. I'm going to take that 7, yeah, for sure. We'll take the 7.
Oh, fuck. Let me go on Action Network. What are you thinking, Kyle? You want to talk us through your process a little bit?
It's so hard with college basketball because there's no, lines out. And, the only ones out are Monday, and there's no big Mondays.
I was thinking Bears and Rams line.
Bears again.
I'm looking at Action. They combine them all. I got 4.5 plus 4.5 Bears.
You gonna take the Bears?
I kind of like that. a lot.
Just not even UFC for me to hide on.
I know.
It's like the 5
so
most
hard
important
right
games of all time. So
nothing else happens right now. You could do NBA if you wanted to, or hockey.
I was thinking hockey,
God.
but hockey's a tough sport to bet.
Johnson County Community College always has a line you can bet on.
Take the over. Those fucking ref crews, man. PC, I do have a question for you while I'm searching for something. Is there a possibility? Obviously, Gonzaga or St. Mary's is probably going to win the tournament. But I have a bunch of Seattle U buddies over here. Is there a chance that Seattle U could get an at-large bid into the tournament?
There is a possibility. Seattle U is a really good basketball team, actually. I think they're right now. Let's go look at the WCC rankings, because I think they're high up there. Let's go look.
It's ridiculous that Gonzaga gets that auto bid every year, and none of the other teams get a chance.
Only moving to the Pac-12. Seattle U. Probably not. They're 12-6. They're 1-4 in the West, the WCC right now. So they're at the bottom of it, basically. The only one is Pepperdine that's not as good. I mean, it's gonna be Gonzaga and St. Mary's probably the only ones making it in at the WCC. But the Gonzaga is moving to the new Pac-12 next year, so at least they'll have a little bit more competition.
Give me Florida plus 7.5.
All right, he's gonna take Florida.
Miami, I guess.
Miami. P4. Miami. 7.5. All right, so our ride the ticket this week is 49ers plus 7, Bears plus 1.5, Miami plus 7.5. We'll have to wait and see on that. Let's kind of do our closing thoughts. You thought you guys could mention Bregman in that kind of closing segment. But K-Stel, we can start with you. After your blood pressure went up way high and you kind of acted like Frank the Tank for a while, what is your...
Kyle, explain to PC your full... Because we've been dancing around the subject in the group chat. But, I mean, PC's really in denial here. This is an intervention. PC's in denial of his teams. Kyle, I think, has the most positive outlook, honestly. It's okay to... Kyle, I mean, PC, honestly, I'm looking at you, and that's like... And like you're trying to get me with like, oh, Aaron Rodgers win the Super Bowl, Dante Moore doesn't want to be a Jet. Like, I can look at the team and at least go like, yeah, the team sucks. Like, you're trying to look at the Chiefs like you're looking at a broken vase going, I can pick up these pieces, I can put it together.
I can't pick up the pieces.
Well, exactly, but you're acting like something has to happen. Really, I think the best thing that can happen for this podcast if the Tennessee Titans hire Matt Nagy as their head coach. I think it's the best thing that can happen.
If the Ravens hire him as their head coach, I don't know what I'll do.
The Titans.
Titans would be even better.
The Titans.
The Ravens.
The Titans would be the best. Sure, maybe I am in denial, right? I am maybe in denial. I feel like that they can still turn it around. I still think it's January 11th and we don't play.
Well, it's the Chiefs, it's the Jayhawks, and then the one team you don't like, Kyle. Can you give us a breakdown on what's going on in the AL Central?
Well, I will tell you, the reason I got so bad was not because of KU. Like, I would tell you the reason I am really upset. And it may or may not have to deal with people's opinions on why the leader of the Federal Reserve is getting subpoenaed. But I'm being so dead serious. But no, seriously, I think I am very sick and tired of watching a KU team.
You gotta watch the show all the way to the end, folks.
I'm very sick and tired of a KU team having the same problems they have been happening for a while. And I think Bill Self, first of all, is an awesome guy. I've talked to him a couple of times. He's a great guy. I'm being so serious. He's nice and he's awesome, and his job is hard. And he is the reason that KU basketball is at the level they are. So when you create the level and then you can't even live up to your own level, like, it's hard. Like, no, seriously. I mean, like, what? Like, that's just the mortality that we have in America. Like, the only person, like, even LeBron James, Michael Jordan, they can't even live up to their own mortality. So
they're not a good basketball team, but I'm saying they can turn it around. If that makes me in denial, then sure.
Okay.
If they beat Iowa State on Tuesday, we're going to be saying two different things.
But we're also thinking a little long term here, right? Like, do you think that this Self team is going to get better over the next couple of years? Do you think they're going to get better recruits? Do you think that this is just 3 down years in a row? Or at what point are we going to call a trend a trend? I think that's what we've been saying about Kansas City, the Chiefs, the last few years, especially with Nagy, post Bieniemy. And right, it's almost kind of a joke for me. I go, whoa, it's been Bieniemy this whole time. But at what point is it not a fucking joke anymore, guys? I mean, either figure your shit out or it was Bieniemy, right? Like, that's the only alternative.
I think you're right on that aspect. I won't deny. I think Self can turn it around. I've seen him turn it around before. Doesn't mean that if this season ends up being like a crapshoot, which it looks like in the direction it's going right now, it's going to end in a crapshoot, right? I think that they can figure it out and make it where this team.
How many crapshoots can you take? Because I'll tell you this, it took about 15 years for the Jets fans to actually lose their fucking minds and go apeshit.
I'm gonna probably call for Self to be removed. If it continues to go down south, I think you give him one more year.
If you're in the same spot, January 11th, 2027.
I'm probably calling, yeah.
Wow, gosh.
That means that Tyron, because I'm not saying he's coming, right? But right now it looks like that Tyron looks like he's going to come to Kansas. It's not.
Hey, I have insider information. Tyron sounds like the next DP, so he might fit in perfectly with you guys.
If that happens, right, and they are not successful with Darren Peterson throughout the rest of this year, right? They don't turn it around, okay? And then Tyron comes in, and there's still the same problems as we.
Do you want Peterson to leave regardless? Like, you don't even want him back for his sophomore year. Yeah, just let him go to the draft. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do good in the NBA, and then we'll claim you.
You're now a Kansas alumni, so I can now put you on the alumni team when we have our discussion on whose alumni are better in the NBA.
And he can sit right on the bench next to Paul Pierce in their wheelchairs. All right, Kyle, this is what my main point of this was, is that I think Kyle actually has the most realistic and hopeful outlook, and that is Kansas City Royals. Wait, the Johnson County Royal, what do we call them? The Olathe Royals?
Park, yeah.
Overland Park Royals?
No, it'll be KC Royals. They'll be in KC. They'll be downtown. It's called business. They use leverage for Kansas and North KC. They just said, "Oh, give us money," and then all of a sudden, Kansas City Metro was like, "All right, fine, we have money."
But we're in the middle of the offseason.
Grocery stores that weren't gonna work, but we'll give it to you.
You got AL teams getting worse around you.
Mm-hmm. We think the Tigers.
You got a couple free agents.
We know the Tigers are going to go down.
Tiger, what do you think about that? What would the okay, if the Royals had a Scooble, what would be their arbitration offer?
If the Royals had a 2-year Cy Young guy, now listen, when the Royals have like 2 times less money than the Detroit Tigers. Do you know the Detroit Tigers are very wealthy?
Mm-hmm.
They're a wealthy team. They do not need to.
Do they have a casino?
I don't know if they do, but they have a lot of pizza places. I tell you that.
Oh.
But the Royals don't have the Detroit Tigers money, nor do they have the Twins money or the Cleveland Guardians money. Or the Chicago, the Royals are the poorest team in the division. Like, just based on. But I think if the Royals had a Cy Young guy who changed their entire, that was their team, they would probably go.
You guys kind of paid Bobby. I mean, Bobby, you guys got him on the good.
I think
good
the
deal,
Royals would probably go $25 million. I don't think they would match a 30.
19 is nuts. 19. That's crazy.
I think the Royals would go, we'll give you $25 million for a year.
Would you want them to trade him though if you knew you couldn't keep him? If the Yankees were going to get him anyway?
If I was a Tigers fan and he wanted $32 million, I would say I'd just be mad at my front office. First of all. But if I
tell me about it, dude. The best closer in baseball just left my team to go to the one team in our division that we're fucking losing to.
I'd keep him and just say screw it. Who cares?
That's what I'm saying about this whole John Morant thing too. I think that if you have good players, and I'm not saying John Morant is Scooble. That's exactly what Nick Howard's saying right now. You're not even close. But I've only had a few good, how many of these fucking, right? Bobby Witt Jr. may never win a World Series. Does that mean that he's the fucking, we don't want to sign, we should just sit with fucking Whit Merrifields every year, right? I mean, the Athletics are trying something, right? They got this Nick Kurtz. They got this the Wilson.
Yeah,
kid.
I mean, listen, you have a guy that brings in people to go, hey, I want to go watch Bobby Witt Jr. play baseball. Also, Bobby Witt Jr. makes my team better. So that is 2 things that you want. It's not if we look at it realistically, Bobby Witt Jr. Costs a lot of money. We could pay a bunch of other guys to be this and that, and we can win the regular season but lose every time in the playoffs. So whatever.
So this year, the year 2026, between your 3 teams, is the year of the Royals this year.
I sure hope so. I don't really have too much faith, but I think
the Chinese calendar of Stelting.
I think they'll be fine. They'll be fine. All right, next, go.
Main man for AL West, what's your final words to the people?
Yeah. I just think it's important to keep a positive outlook, regardless on how your teams are doing.
It's fine. The guys.
No, it's so funny because you never have any personal problems when you win a Super Bowl. It's like they just pop up whenever you lose.
It's fine.
Could you imagine if every time the Jets? I would be a hermit if I got butthurt every time my team's lost.
Is its own other discussion.
Yeah. No, I get it. I just think it's I thought it would be But that's the thing is that the Mets, the Jets. I mean, that's the other thing is that I want to be caught in this freezing cold take situation where I have to defend the. I can't even see what it says. It's fine. I don't want to be in a freezing cold take situation where I have to defend the Jets, sell everybody on the Jets, and they suck again because it's very possible. I mean, anyone can suck any year, right? We didn't think that the fucking Chiefs weren't going to make the playoffs. I mean, if PC was given the option, he would have bet $1 bajillion that the Chiefs were going to make the playoffs. Right, at the beginning of the year, right, if I said, do you think they're going to make the playoffs, I'd be stupid for saying no. If I was going to bet
$1 billion, yes, correct.
Right, and not at the odds that it was, right, because it was minus money and all that, but if it was plus. Right, but that's what I'm saying, is that who knows what's going to happen with all this stuff. So I am excited for the Jets. I'm a fan of the team. Whatever you're going to do, you're going to do. Damn. Nice wheels, bud. But whatever the Jets are going to do, they're going to do. I wish them the best of luck. And then the Mets, we'll see what happens with them. I'm excited. I do like this whole thing that apparently we're this big market team and all this kind of stuff. But I mean, gosh, man, our team blows. And here was the other. The MLB Pipeline ranked us at like number 8 in best farm system, but we have the most top 100 prospects per MLB Pipeline. So I don't know, maybe the kind of middle guys, I guess. But AJ Ewing's a good prospect. We do have some guys who are going to come up. Carson Bench, and I don't want to just turn this into a whole Met ordeal because people I think actually tend to like it more when my teams are bad, crazily enough. But regardless, we'll stick through. I think that we can go through the other side. And you know what? I can't wait to see what this podcast is like when the Mets and Jets and Duke Blue Devils are winning every title.
It won't exist.
And
it won't exist.
Well, hey, you didn't ever think that this would exist, right? You're wearing your I Heart DP T-shirt underneath that. I know right now.
Hey, how did you know?
I know you're wearing an I Heart DP shirt.
It's my favorite. Honestly, don't really care if he stays or goes. It doesn't matter. This has been the Dude Sports Podcast live.
Goodbye, folks. Like, comment, subscribe. Send it to your everybody. God, Jess. Only a little bit in the chat. The Bears. We gotta see what the Bears are gonna do, man.
We gotta figure some stuff out. Sure.
Seahawks game.
Dudes and Sports Podcast. Obviously, as the main man from out west said, like, subscribe, share it to your grandma. We go live Sunday, 9:30 Central, 7:30 for you West Coasters. And we'll see you next time.